Boom. And just like that, we all live. This your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. And look, hey, I got a treat for y'all today. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely going to sit back. He's a Dallas local, and he is mine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see, I put that on my chest. I said, he is mine. You know what I'm saying? Band director. Band director. That's Larry Joe Panell. But he was my band drum major, A.D. Bonner. Y'all know him from A.D. Bonner Music. But before we get this interview started, definitely got to give a shout out to our Sports Talk with Friends business spotlight this week. That's Get Up, Motivate Apparel. Shop now. You know what I'm saying? Link right there. But we'll get this thing popping and booyah, just like that. I got A.D. Bonner. What's that, A.D.?
What's up, Uncle Leroy? What's up, Uncle Leroy? My boy from the N.O., man. My man, what's
Wow.
going on?
Hey man, I'm just cool. Just slow motion in the fast lane. I appreciate you hanging out with me. When you calling, where you calling in from?
Hey, man, I'm in these streets, man. I'm in San Antonio, Texas right now. I'm down at the music conference, but I'll be back in Dallas tomorrow, man. Just kind of taking care of business, and I'm happy that we're able to get this interview, man. We've been trying to get it for a little while, man. I'm so glad we're able to knock
Bro,
it out tonight, baby.
look, hey, I'm gonna tell you, like, definitely for our viewers. So one thing, if y'all want to get involved with our interview, is very interactive. Y'all want to talk to it, just comment, hit the link, let's stream y'all know so we can know who you all are. But y'all can comment, and if y'all got any questions for, A.D. Bonner Music, definitely known as Mr. Grambling, world fame. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I was with you in was the NCAA college where you was hitting the back, you know what I'm saying, the backdrop at the
That's right.
band. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know
Yes,
that.
sir.
Like, you know what I'm saying? There's,
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's a lot of people that play boom, 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 boom. But
Yes,
hey,
sir.
I don't know what neck
Yes,
was.
sir.
So there's a lot of variations. There's a lot of people that try to be the person that you are. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, man. They say imitation is the best form of flattery, bro. I'm gonna tell you, you're doing in Dallas, being from you bringing that little gumbo mix to Texas, man. It's the same thing, bro. I see dudes trying to do your stuff. You putting that swag on the city, and I see them trying to copy your style, man. So hey, I know you know how it go. I'm gonna say this
facts.
about Nick, man. People need to understand, I see the article from Norfolk State and all this other stuff,
Right.
but the reality is, man, Texas Southern used to come to Grambling and play it on us at homecoming, and man, what we
Boy.
did was I wanted to write something to go up against that, and man, we didn't know it was gonna take off the way it did. If I had known what I know now, I wouldn't be teaching school. I'd be out there writing more hits, and everybody would know, that I'm the man when it come down to trying to, just set that tone, that trend in the band. Where I see a lot of people copying things 20 years later, and you was right there. You was one of the soldiers right
Hmm.
behind me. That trombone section, man. I tell my kids now, man, if it wasn't for the trombones right behind me, we amping each other up, man. We come into the stadium like that. And so, man, it was some great times, and
Wow.
we was ahead of the time, man. We didn't really know what it was then, but man, I'm glad to have been in the band with you and a lot of. It's amazing that a lot of my NO guys, we didn't really see it back then, but
That is
it's
true.
amazing how tight I am with the NO guys right now, man. Most of my closest Grand fam guys from right out NO, baby. So man, I appreciate you and the whole NO family, bro. The Bayou boys, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm honored here, man. So I love the Bayou boys, man.
Facts. Shout out to you about your boy Larry. But see, one thing, like I tell people, is like they be like, woo woo. I'm like, hey, I play trombone. So I'm up in the front. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Yes,
understand the
sir.
dynamics of things. Like I'm used to being up in the front. Just what you pointed out is like, hey,
Right.
you see the flag, you see the banner,
Yep.
you see the
Yep.
drum major, you see the next line. It's a lot of
Yep.
pushing. Like, oh, we got to hold you up for you to come through
Yep.
through the doors. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, we used to being up front. We
Right.
used to taking these
Exactly.
shots. We got to definitely push each other up. And
That's
a
right.
lot of people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They think it's just like,
Right,
especially with
man. Right.
technology, it's like, oh, I Google it, it's already been here. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand. Like
Right. Right.
next
Right. Right.
oh well, there's a lot of next. Ohio State play neck. I've heard so many other, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, non-HBCU bands play neck. LSU play neck. But
right.
there's only one neck
LSU
that
player,
had
right,
that
right.
strong ass bass line. Bro. You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? And that's what you
Yeah.
wrote it in, you know.
It got the
So
it
they
got
try
the
to dilute that.
it got the right. It got the chords that the trombones, that train chord. See, that's
Right.
where it came from. You know, everybody copying it and imitating it now, but I still got the originals. You know, you look at any video, go back to '99, you won't see some of these same bands that you saying playing it now. And
Right.
Grambling didn't expect to play it this long, but when the football team
What?
started requesting it, it became the anthem. I mean, it's like Tiger Rag, Fight Song, and Nick.
Wow.
It's got to be in there. You know,
And you know what's funny?
I mean, I'm just glad to be a part of history, man.
Wow, and you know what's funny? It's just how data flows. People don't, you know, just like they say back in, well, I think grade school, it was like you had this test where you tell this person, you go around and you watch how it changed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how data flows. Like I didn't know all of that
Yep.
coming in front of you being a drum major. But one thing I knew is
Right.
neck in the fight zone together on one. Hey, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying? That's
sir.
all I
Yes, sir.
knew. I didn't
Yes, sir.
know that
Yes,
the
sir.
football team requested neck to follow, you know what I'm saying, our fight
Exactly.
song after these
Exactly.
games. I didn't know that. All thing I know is
Yeah.
horns up. You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? That's all I
Yes,
knew.
sir.
Wow.
You know what I'm gonna tell you? I'm gonna tell you something else, Uncle Leroy. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Coming from New Orleans, and the little time that I was in Louisiana, you think about the rap game then and what it was doing then. New Orleans had a big influence on that. And when you look at things like swag and certain chants that we was doing, that rappers all across the nation started taking it, like stand up and get crunked up. I know that's the Saints national anthem basically, but
Mm,
before they started doing it, we was doing boom, 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 boom,
yeah.
boom, boom.
Hold on, wait.
We was in here.
Hey,
Yeah,
hold
there you
on.
go.
Hey, hold on, wait. Don't give me
Yeah,
the.
yeah, exactly. See, they don't understand that. They don't understand that. That's why you got to school them, Uncle Leroy, because they think it just started. But what I try to tell
Right.
these youngsters, man, we was doing that years ago, man. We would take stuff and put salt and pepper in it, and it become like the next big thing. You know, we just didn't know.
Right.
The only difference, we didn't have social media, we didn't have
Right.
YouTube and all that. So we was a little bit ahead of the game, but a lot of stuff that you see all these bands, like you said,
Right.
HBCUs, predominantly white universities, small
Mhm.
colleges, everybody want to jam. And you know, at this conference that I'm at now, there are so many, articles and so many classes about hip hop versus, you know, standard tradition. There is no more standard tradition. I keep
Mm.
trying to tell them, man, no, nobody playing Hang On Sloopy, or Sloopy is what they call it. Nobody's playing Louis Louis. Everybody want to jam. They want to play Lil Wayne. They want to play Jay-Z. We was doing that way back then, you know. So, man,
Mhm.
I'm just thankful for the journey in the past.
But see, you know what's funny is that what people don't understand. They put everyone needs a name or a label. Just like for Crusade, they needed the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? For
Right,
Black Lives Matter, they needed Kaepernick. So
right.
what I'm saying is that they're putting Jay Z. I ain't gonna say Jay Z. They're putting Lil Wayne. They're putting all these
Mhm.
other local rappers on something that's already been there. Meaning
Right, right, exactly. You're
in the
right.
South, in South music, like we're musicians. I don't
Right,
care about this. All I care about
right,
is the score.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
So in
exactly.
the South, it's proven. We got the
Right.
boom, boom.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
It's a
yeah,
lot of strong bass
yeah.
lines. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Small, very small tweeters, highs, lows, but it's very strong lows. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because you know why
Yep.
we like to
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We like to shake
Hey,
that
man.
thing. You know what I'm saying? We
Yes,
like to
sir.
get down.
Yes,
So in
sir.
the
Yes,
South,
sir.
you know what I'm saying? In the South, there's a lot of booty shaking music. So of
Yeah.
course
Right.
you're going to hear, you know what I'm saying, a lot of strong bass lines that plays into the bands and everything. So, it's like
Yeah.
once again, how do you feel given seeing these other people taking your credit?
Hey, man. You know, if I had known what I know now, I probably would have took some legal action. But I've seen people make comments. How you gonna take claim of something that everybody's doing? Well, when I know it's certain parts that I put in there that nobody was doing prior to, then that's gratification for me. I'm gonna tell you
Wow.
something. I was telling them back then, I wrote songs better than Nick, but people wouldn't try 'em. Certain people, because they didn't want to give you respect or props, they didn't even try to give you, try to give the type of respect that was due at the time. And I'm okay with that, man, because what I'm
Wow.
doing, I'm blessed. I'm blessed, man. God has put me on the pathway to be successful, even though people try to put roadblocks. Some of the names you named earlier, you would think grown folks wouldn't try to treat young people like that,
Mhm.
but at the same token, experiences, we went to Grambling, like they tell you. Everybody is somebody. If you can make it out of Grambling, you'll make it anywhere. And so
Fact.
you live in proof. I'm living proof that that's the truth. And so, man, at this conference, man, I walked in and there's so many people that know me that I don't know, from the band
True.
world. You got college band directors down here. You got white college band directors, and they recognize me, uniform companies
Wow.
or different composers. So, I
Wow.
mean, that's gratification within itself. And you said something else too. I wanna harp on, Uncle Leroy. You talked about down south in the beats. Being from Dallas, man. Now that you live in Dallas and you based in Dallas, you see there's a total difference in the world. But when I was in Grambling and listening to you guys talk about New Orleans, hearing somebody talk about it and living it is two different things. I tell people up here all the time,
Facts.
hey man, if I hadn't lived in Louisiana and experienced what I did and had friends that showed me, like Michael Cooper, like my crab brother Lando, like Squirrel, Robert Johnson, Rodney Moore. I got a bunch of friends from New Orleans, man,
Facts. We
and
fucks with.
they taught me the culture, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm able to live it and experience and enjoy it. So when I do stuff, man, people like, man, I thought you was from New Orleans. Nah, bro. I know the culture. When I do gigs in
Right.
Dallas, second line gig, before all these second line bands in Dallas start getting hot, shout
Right.
out to Kicking Brass, shout out to Unfaded, all the different bands I done played with. But I was the only one really doing it because there wasn't no bands in here. And New Orleans didn't have that influx. Of course, after Katrina, we had a bunch of people move to Dallas and then they stayed in Dallas. So that's why I always joke on Facebook with my Saints fans. It's New Orleans, Texas now because it's
Facts.
so many people. Man, it's an impact.
I'm
And
one
if
of them.
I, hey, bro,
I get
if I
money
didn't
out of
live,
here. You ain't getting me.
hey,
You
you
ain't
getting
getting
it,
rid of
baby.
me. I'm here.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
getting money.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
You
you
ain't get
here,
rid of
Uncle
me.
Leroy. hey, hey, man, and guess what? It's brought a whole nother aspect to our city that just
Facts.
it's like a big gumbo pot. You know what I mean? You got Texas, you got Louisiana, and I tell people Dallas is like a nomad city. Everybody from somewhere. I'm born and raised in Dallas, but my parents ain't from Dallas. They from Austin, Texas.
Wow.
So everybody from Dallas from somewhere else. We're a big melting pot, man, and New Orleans has a big influence on what's going on in the music scene in Dallas,
That is
man. So
true.
I want to let you know I appreciate everything that you're doing, man. You bringing up
Me
the
too.
South music, everybody kind of copying our style, man. Hey,
Facts.
the sky's the limit for Dallas right now.
What for? Hey, because the thing is, like I didn't understand. What I'm saying, like, because I'm gonna let our viewers know, like, when I came to Grambling, what I'm saying, like, I was straight New Orleans, like it was New Orleans or nothing. And y'all Dallas fools, like, I ain't know what the hell y'all was saying. Like, you especially, I ain't like you because what I'm saying. The thing is of course the person that's always in front of you, you don't like. What I'm saying? And one thing that I've taught up from the streets is like, hey, you know what? The person in front of you is the person you're gonna be eventually. What I'm saying? But you always had that charismatic approach, which even though I couldn't understand the words coming out of your mouth, like you was like, come here. I'm like, what? What is he saying? I'm like, you want my hair? You're like, come here. I'm like, my hair? So, like, definitely want to let our viewers know, like, you're the first person that I've ever heard this whole Dallas talk. Like, what I'm saying? This come here and over there is over here, and Millie Watt, like, what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying? So, what was your first impression of people from New Orleans?
Well, I mean, I say this, bro. New Orleans and Shreveport is like Dallas and Houston. It's like totally different. you know, and you think you assume that all Louisiana people the same, and I quickly find out New Orleans, man, y'all one of a kind, bro. And
That's
you know what? I'm gonna tell you one thing that I've quickly found out about New Orleans, dude. They don't back down for nothing, and they stick together. So
that's
I admired that. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be, not necessarily just say be a part of it, but you know, when we start establishing relationships with each other, man. I don't know if you can still see me. It's kind of
I
froze
can
up
see
on
it.
me on this end.
I can
Okay,
see it.
okay. Uh, it showed that brotherhood that y'all had. When I hear y'all talking about the way y'all gonna go home, I'm like, dang, is it more than one way? Now I'm gonna go through Mississippi. I'm like, this dude talking about going through Mississippi to go to New Orleans. That didn't make sense to me. But the more I was around and more I kind of got experience, I realized, how different things were, man.
Facts.
And like you say, man, in Texas we stress our R's a little bit. Yeah, we say her and care and come here and it was hard for me to make the adjustment. I say first concert formation, and everybody laughing at me. I ain't know what they was laughing. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
He like,
So
wait,
so so
that's true.
so I mean, uh, uh, things like that. But over time, man, what I wanted to do was make sure that I was a consistent leader. And every day
I
you
was
knew what you
definitely
was
gonna
gonna get.
touch on your leadership. Like,
Yes,
because
sir.
one thing about definitely being from New Orleans is like, ain't nobody leading us. You know what I'm saying? We take over. Like that was my whole mentality. Coming to Grambling, it was already put to me like, you know what I'm saying? Like people from Shreveport, they don't like people from New Orleans. So I ready to beat all of them up. You know what I'm saying? All Shreveport, I'm
Right.
ready to fight. I also heard about Chicago. I'm ready to fight Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's how it was. And that's just how crazy society is. Like, I didn't like, honestly, when I was in New Orleans, I thought Shreveport was in Wisconsin because I heard the Saints practice in Shreveport. Then on the news, they said Wisconsin. So I ain't know nothing about Shreveport in New Orleans. But I had
Oh
this
wow.
this hatred towards it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just
Right.
like the same thing was with, you know what I'm saying, like with Dallas. Same, it was
Right.
like, it was like, hey, what I'm saying, oh, y'all had a big presence out there. But one thing that was strikingly different that I had to get a understanding I never understood is like y'all all only stood loyal until the money ran out. Like in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? It's like I get mad at you if I come to your house and you don't offer me no food. I don't care about no money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it was a big adjustment, even like coming out here to dealing with that because it's like, we don't care about that. In New Orleans, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, you don't got no drink? Get him a drink. He getting drunk with me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you
Yeah.
want some food? Get
Yeah.
him some food. But out here, it's
Yeah.
like, he owes me some money.
Yeah. Yeah. I can agree with you on that, brother. Yeah, I will say that New Orleans, man, Louisiana in general. I tell my kids that. I tell people that never experienced New Orleans or Louisiana, man, it's a family, bro. And you really, man, I came to New Orleans for Bayou Classic, and one of my friends, one of my homegirls picked me up. She took me
Mhm.
around her family a little bit. Man, I was amazed at how those people was gonna make me eat everywhere I went.
You see
All
that
the
shit?
age,
Right.
yeah,
Tell me
bro.
like,
They
baby, you
yeah,
looking
all
like
the age.
hungry.
Yeah, that's what they say. You need to eat, baby. I said, well, I'm used to being skinny. You know what I'm saying? I'm a skinny man, but they give me some sugar and like, baby, I'm like, I'm looking like, wow, like you don't get this in Texas. Ain't
Right.
nobody gonna just show that love like that. Now, Texas, I still like to think Texas is a neighborly state,
Oh
but
shit.
Louisiana, man, is down home, fam. And man, I that's why I claim it as my second home.
That's how I feel about
That's
Texas, about
hey,
Dallas.
bro. Yeah,
So the
man.
hooks up.
The relationships and the friendships like the one we have, man,
Fact.
it's amazing. You ain't got to be talking to the person all the time to know that you got that bond with them, and
Fact.
that's something that I cherish, man.
Same here.
And I really did, appreciate my time being, how when you get older, man, you reflect and you take for granted things how they happen, man. But when I
Right.
look at the friendships and the relationships, man, bro, it was amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. I thought I was going to PV in high school or Texas Southern, like the rest of the
I
kids
didn't
in
even think
Texas.
I
But
was going to college.
yeah, hey, all I know I want to do is be in band. I mean, I got my grades, you know, I made decent grades, but going to school wasn't nothing, you know, that I cared about. But you know, once I got to college and got that experience, man, being at my mom and them house, man, was like, shoot, bro, I didn't want to go back.
Woo,
I
right.
went to New York, I went to Detroit, my first couple of games as a crab. Hey, man, in my mind, I was like, I ain't never going back home, you know. When my mom would be on the phone with people, they'd be like, "Well, what you do to motivate him to make good grades?" And she'll tell him, "Girl, I told him he better not come home no more." God rest my mama's soul. I said, "Mom, she got the phone." I
What a
said,
guy.
"Mama, I love you, but
Wow.
I went to school for me because I wasn't coming back
Right.
home. You know what I'm saying? Once I got a taste of being that freedom, I wasn't never coming back."
Right. Talking about never coming back, so like you out here doing big things in Dallas. I think when you came from SOC,
Yes, sir.
I knew that. See what I'm
South Oak
saying?
Cliff.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Represent that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and like, one thing that's valuable to me, people talk about, okay, you got money, but when you talk wealth, it's about what you doing to the next generation. How are you leaving your legacy? And you're coaching like female basketball. That is freaking like that's phenomenal. So, did you see yourself transitioning from what I'm saying, directing like what is it, like a 350 person band to what, a 12 woman team basketball? What's the correlation? How did you go from band to basketball coach?
Repeat that last question. It kind of went out.
Oh, okay. So I was saying like you went from being the drum major of like a 350 person band to a basketball coach for a females team of 12, no more than 15. How did you how did you make the transition? That's a big difference.
Man, I tell you one thing, just like anything we do, man, God first, people who don't know me, they probably wouldn't expect me to really say that, but that's what it is, man.
Right.
It's all God's direction and divine intervention, man. For a long time, I was announcing basketball, softball, baseball,
Damn, I
kind of
didn't
do
know
what you
that.
yeah, I was doing it for a while, man, because being on the mic, going back to the Gremlin days, being on the mic and getting that experience, it always leads to something else. And so, because I was such a sports fanatic, kind of like what you do with your interviews, you kind of tie different aspects in, and have them relate. So I grew up watching sports, man. My dad, he loved baseball. That's all I ever did. We watched the Rangers before they even started winning, when they was super sorry. My daddy was an Astros fan. So we grew up listening to the radio, watching TV. I knew how to call games because that's all I ever did. So it was
Mm.
second nature to me. And then I got a chance, man. I got to be careful how I say some of this, but I got a chance to get a job to go back home to South Oak Cliff and possibly be the baseball coach. And of course, my current job, worked it out where I could stay, and that's how I got into
Wow.
coaching. And instead of baseball, I did softball. And I met a veteran coach who told me, he said, "Man, softball is way better than baseball. It's much faster." He was like, "The girls, they listen. Hey, you're gonna love it." And I did. And so the next
Wow.
year there was a basketball opening, and I got the opportunity to do that, and it wasn't going to affect band or softball, so I jumped on it, man. When I was kind of announcing, I kept saying to myself, man, what if I ever got a chance to coach basketball?
Mm.
And the Lord presented the opportunity, man. And then last year I was blessed with a nice team. I had some talent. People think you can just go out there and just plug them on the floor, but that don't work. I've learned
Right.
a lot, man, and putting the right matchups and calling the right defense and putting a game plan in against the other team's
Mm.
best player. I'm really into all of that. And then watching the Mavericks, I'm a big fan of Rick Carlisle. People look at the Mavericks and they
God damn
laugh.
it.
Hey, man, hey, that's my boy. The Mavericks run simple offense, but yet
I
they
ride with the
always
man.
hey, they always in the top five offense. They run this simple pick and roll, old school basketball. Ain't nothing special about what they doing, but they keep you moving and they looking for the mismatch. And that's kind of how I do, man. And
Mm.
so last year I went 21-3, 12-0 in district, and
Wow.
then this year we went 18-7, 12-0 in district again. So I see these coaches keeping up with their record. In 2 years I'm 39-10. So
Wow.
I got a lot of different people reaching out to me. I even got a couple of colleges have reached out to me about my interest in coaching. And I never would have thought, that I'd be in this position, but I don't run from the blessing, and I appreciate everything that God has done for me, the pathway He's put me on. So I try to stay humble, contrary to what anybody believe or think or say about me. Similar to what you do, bro. I watch what you do with the brothers entertainment. Some people you would think that they will support you. You know how it go, man. But you got to keep going, and that's kind of what I'm doing. And that's why when I see what you're doing, I'm always trying to congratulate, like, appreciate it because, bro, I know it's not easy, and I appreciate you, giving me this platform to kind of talk about some of the things that
Yeah,
I do. It's
because
not
I
it's
know it's
not
not
easy,
easy.
man. It's not easy, but touching other people's lives, not just band. I told him, I joke with him before, I'm a winner. That's what I do. I'm gonna win. Now it's like, okay, he doing it, like, and so I'm just grateful for the opportunity, man. And I don't know what's gonna happen next year, but I like to think that if I'm still in it, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna win again.
I tell people, one person like, man, you're always doing something. That means I'm going somewhere. Think of
Yes,
it as a
sir.
boat, at a dock. Meaning, like you go to this
Exactly.
marina every day. Oh, you see the same boats. My boat
Right.
is gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
one
sir.
thing for sure, I'm not gonna be in this goddamn arena next year. Same with
I know
yourself.
that's
As
right.
long as you keep doing, you're not gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
what
right.
happens is, the enemy tries to kill the doers of the word. No, everybody
That's
got
right.
shit to say. That's why I don't care
That's
about this. Oh, you got something to
right.
say? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This
Yep.
is my look.
Yep.
But to my doers, it's like, man, what's up? Let's do something. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And kudos to your leadership. You always had leadership. You know what I'm saying? Because especially the raw meat, all I want to do is talk crazy to you and fight you. You know what I'm saying? I'll just keep it at 100. But you was able to deal with
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
what's funny is just like the city. It's overlooked as Dallas is for the importance. This was the place where JFK was killed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
This was the
You're
same
right.
place that made Boosie badass. See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Johnny
it's
Taylor. Johnny
overlooked.
Taylor. Johnny Taylor. You know
Oh,
what I'm
oh,
saying?
So you think you know Dallas history? You think you know Dallas
Uh,
history?
I ain't gonna say I know it like that, but I know enough that I know Johnny Taylor was a big influence on the South Side of Dallas, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a big influence on the
Right,
South Side of Dallas, and a lot of blues singers came through Dallas and Austin, Texas, man. Of
right,
course, I know New
exactly.
Orleans, man. I know New Orleans was a hotbed. When I read the history, when I do, I know everybody had to go through
But
New Orleans.
it was a certain type of genre. It was only a certain
Exactly,
type of
exactly,
genre. That's the
exactly,
difference.
exactly,
So that's what I'm saying.
exactly.
But what I'm saying is overlooked as Dallas is for the importance of it, is the same as yourself. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like you overlooked your skills, whereas you was like I said earlier, it was a 350 man band. You know what I'm saying? Like during our time, only Florida A&M was weak enough to show that one person couldn't handle their band. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, yeah, we had
right.
two, but at the end of the day, you was master drill sergeant. Everything.
Yeah,
That's why I hated you. I'm like, who he think he is? Oh, he HNIC. I don't like him. Let's go outside. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
control with a rule of thumb. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew when to apply that, but you know what I'm saying? You was a people's person. So maybe
Hey,
you didn't see that. I seen it, and the people behind you seen it. So yes, I see the potential. Like, yeah, you're gonna be what you are because they see the leadership in you. Now, that's what I'm impressed of is how you was able to transfer this leadership from the band sports ring. So that shows how things are really closely intertwined with each other. So
well, you're
talk.
right, bro.
So talking about that, you know what I'm saying. You got this upcoming event. You know what I'm saying, like. Put on your red dress. Wait, who is that? Is it Aaron Hall? Step
That,
in your
that's Johnny Gill.
high. Okay. Hey,
That's Johnny
hey
Gill.
Google.
That's Johnny Gill.
Hey Google. Play Johnny Gill red dress. See, women don't want to listen. I'm gonna try it again. Hey Google. Hey Google. I can't get it on. But
Oh
what
man,
is what
you
is
you
up
are
with?
you already you gave a nice little intro right there with man with your melodious voice right there, bro.
Oh, hey, hold on. I graduated from public school. What the hell did you just say? What was that word?
Melodious, bro. Melodious,
Oh,
melodious.
hey,
You
hey Google, what does melodious mean? She still doesn't listen. God damn.
Hey, she
But
must be
wait.
from Dallas, man.
But for real, what the hell does melodious mean?
Hey, man, it's multiple melodies. I mean, you can hear, you can sing, you can perform multiple. And your voice has some up and down. It has some range in it. Even though I know you're a trombone player, you hit them with. See, a trombone is a tenor and a baritone is a baritone, but you hit that little. You was in between. You was a betweener
Exactly.
right there. And when
See?
you dropped down low on them and you went up high, you might have sold me a few tickets just where you
Hey,
did that. I might have to put you on. I might have to put you on the mic, man.
hey,
Shoot.
step in. Well, hold on, wait. Back in my days with that, ooh yeah, that's all you need to
Yeah.
have. You know, with that, ooh yeah. You know what I'm saying? You
Ooh, yeah.
already
That's that Joseph. You couldn't go
exactly.
wrong with that. They be
That's
done
all.
said a bunch of stuff and they gonna hit you with ooh yeah at the end.
That's all I'm saying. You be like, ooh yeah. You know what I'm saying? You already in.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
that's back in my time. But exactly, that shows that you're a musician. Because, one thing with trombones, we're like the in between of everything. We can play
Yes,
highs, we
sir.
can play lows. So,
Yes, sir.
that's what I'm able to do. People be like, oh, you don't know the song. No, I don't care about the song. I'm a musician. I know the
Yeah,
chords, I
you
know the
you
melodies.
breaking down the chord structure. You breaking down your part. You like we be doing that right there. That,
Look,
whatever it is.
and don't let me get started. I'll be like, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop,
Yeah,
don't stop, don't stop. Hey,
for
you know
real.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Shout out
Hey,
to the
man.
dance team. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? But
hey.
hey, Facebook
Yeah.
user, thank y'all for hollering. But let us know who you are. But world fame, you know what I'm saying? Definitely in the building. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
World
Yes,
fame.
sir. Yes, sir.
But hey, you know what I'm saying? Look, anything great. That's why I wore the black, and you know what I'm saying. I started to wear. You lucky I didn't come in my whole uh 1998 Bayou Classic warm up suit.
Hey,
You know what I'm
say that.
saying? I was
Say
ready.
that would have been sick right there, man. You might would have got a big offer for that, man. Somebody would have paid you for that, man. Hey,
With the
that's
call
classic, man.
canal.
Hey, I'm gonna
Exactly.
tell you something. If they look at any Bayou Classic video, 97, 98, 99, 2000, and them same windsuits, that was the start of We Ain't Scared of Southern. And that was Texas boys and New Orleans
Right.
boys coming together. Like, bro, yeah, part of the reason why I was so
Right.
happy about being in the band with y'all, man, because you see a New Orleans guy want to go get Southern, man. Like now we at war together. Like, let's go get it. Like you said, man,
Right.
we be
Exactly.
at practice, we be ready to tear each other up, but when it came time to get it, man, we was one, and that's that
Got it.
love,
Exactly. What you want.
man. The tubas, the
Exactly.
trombones, the drum line. Of course, I was in saxophone section and the trumpets.
Right. Six and
Man,
seven.
hell, the whole band. 'Cause I had a relationship with cats in
God,
every
hey
section
man,
of my
god
band,
damn.
man.
Hey, look, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Look, they just coming from nowhere. Look at the bottom. That's my drum man. God
I can't
damn.
even I can't even see it right now. I'm gonna have to go back
Wait,
and look at the
wait, you
video.
can see it right where you can't see it. Hold on. Let me wait. That's
No,
Lewis.
I
Shout
can't
out to
see
the
it.
champ. Hold on, let me put you on. Well, you can see it now.
I can see you again, but I can't see
It's
who
at the bottom.
everyone.
That's
Okay,
Lewis.
what I
Is
need to
it?
hit though. I need to hit.
Oh wait, it should be right. Oh, he's gone. God damn, Lewis C. Chap. Look what you did. You done ran our drum aid, y'all. But yeah, definitely everyone who know him. You know what I'm saying. Look, you made me think you're an actual musician. You know what? You know what chord that song was actually written in. But there you
I'm back.
go.
I'm back with you,
Look,
baby. I'm
look,
back with
hey,
you.
this is what they say. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep a good dude down. You can't keep a good weed
Say,
out the garden. And we can't keep you off the show.
I so appreciate it, bro.
That's definitely Lewis. You know what I'm saying? He was in the band. He shot out to him. He said, neck
Oh
at
yeah,
sea. You know what I'm
neck and
saying?
see, baby. And hey,
Look, hold on, wait,
y'all the
look,
band
look,
that
look.
made it work.
Like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
So,
exactly.
hey, and
Yeah.
every time, Parker, shut up. I'm like, okay, goddamn, he always picking at me. But hey, you
I
know
turn
what
around. I
I'm saying?
turn around and say, hey, hey, say Parker, Ivan, pick your legs up, bro. You ain't
That is
marching.
true.
And you know what y'all tell me? You ain't marching, drum major. So
Right.
hey, we know we gonna get them up going in, baby. That
That is
time we
true.
went in there. Remember we opened up for Lisa Ray in California?
What? Yes,
Boy,
sir.
boy, boy,
Hey,
boy.
they don't know about that.
They
Look,
don't
look,
know
look.
nothing
Hey, Mr.
about it.
Dog know about who let them dogs out. Roof,
Shit,
roof, roof, roof.
man, boy. We was ahead of our time, man.
Fact. Well, I'm gonna say we was right on time because at the end of the day, what these kids think they did, we set the pathway for it. You know what I'm saying? Like all this dancing, all of this everything, all of this pop music. We brought that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and it wasn't LSU, Ohio. They didn't do heel toe. It was this swag. You know what I'm saying? We filled the stands. We were the ones that made the drum line. Because I tell people, I'll be like, uh, on trap on. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, we did Super Bowls. We did, what was that? Ed, Eddie commercials. You know what I'm saying? We went to
Fox Sports
yeah,
commercials.
we did the sports, right? We opened up for the NCAA out there in Indy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, that was the first time we set the tone. Like, everything else is like you know what? I feel, what was that? All right, all right, all right. I feel like I birthed all these bands. All
Yep.
this, they came from my loins. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone tagged
What?
me in something talking about a funky good time. Shout out to the trombone player. But I
Bro, we
played that
been
already.
doing that. We
Exactly.
did that.
Talking about
We
been doing it, you got an upcoming concert. So, like, and not only you got an upcoming concert at DeSoto, shout out to y'all at DeSoto Civic Center. You played in big arenas. You played at the Mavs halftime. You played at my Christmas party. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how do you adjust to the pressure? Hey, hold on, wait. This was my first, like, if everyone doesn't know, in New Orleans, we had Piccadilly's. In Texas, in Dallas, y'all had Luby's. Oh my freaking goodness! And
Yes,
shout out
sir.
to you, champ. So he said we used to perform at the damn Greyhound bus station. Sure enough, it was crazy. When I moved to Dallas, I was driving. I said, I used to play on that corner. I was marking folk. Hey, and then at the end of that performance, I would eat at Luby's. What the hell is a Luby's?
It's just the Texas version of Piccadilly, baby. I should say about Louisiana. What is a Piccadilly? Like, this ain't nothing but a Louisiana version of Luby's. And if
Right.
you really for anybody from Texas, if they really old school, before Luby's, it used to be Wyatt's. Wyatt's used to be that was Piccadilly right there. And
Well, okay.
I'm dating myself and giving a little history
Tell me
lesson right now.
about it. Tell me about
But Wyatt's used to at chicken fried steak. If you're from Texas, you know about chicken
it.
fried steak and Wyatt's, baby, with the gravy and the mashed potatoes. That was good eating, baby. But they ran out of business and Luby's took over. And so you got Golden Corral and these other places and kind of they try to do it. But Piccadilly, man, I ain't gonna lie. When I come from Bayou Classic, I used to look forward to that Sunday afternoon. We
Hey.
kick it hard Friday and Saturday. I want
Yeah.
that meat and two vegetables on that Sunday. I'm talking
Yeah.
about, baby. I'm looking for my meal. So
That's how I feel
yeah,
about Luby's. Yes, sir. I be like, Luby's,
yeah.
come here. Oh,
Come
you need to
here,
go to the
come
car over there.
here.
Put the car over there.
Boy, you
Well,
from Texas now. You from Texas now.
hold on. Hold on. Slide is where I stay. Wait,
Yeah.
that's Dallas. Hold on. Hold on.
No, you
Square
got
business. Wait,
no.
Dallas
You
is
got
square
you
business.
got you got no. You gotta say Oak Cliff. That's my
That's my
hood.
hood. Put it in your face. Get the shit
Get it
understood.
understood. Yes,
Whoa,
sir.
nigga, this is. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, when I
Hey,
first
that's
moved
it.
out here, that was
Yeah.
my song.
Hey,
I
hey,
felt that
that,
because, hey,
that,
and I
that,
know the good
yeah,
shout out to your young Nino Casanova. That's my little dog out there, White Diamond.
yeah, yeah.
He is the creator of that song. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That was
yeah.
my
That's what's
song.
up.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up,
I
man.
feel,
That's
hey,
what's
I
up.
lived in the cliff. Shout out to everybody on Gannon Lane. You know what I'm saying? Look,
Oh
you got
yeah.
me hitting up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Look,
man,
we
nah,
gotta
man.
circle. We gotta talk about before you get up out of here, man. Like, what's
Yeah,
popping is tomorrow. Like, what's
it's
crazy
tomorrow
is
night.
I
Right.
thought it was Saturday. I told my team. I said, look, we got something with the ladies on Saturday, and they like, it's tomorrow. So what the hell made you do a concert on Valentine's Day? Like, do you not know that is the international red light special night? You know what I'm saying? Like back at Grambling, all you heard on Valentine's Day, you be like, woo, woo, the door over, the room upstairs is so. Like,
Hey,
are you cutting into my personal time?
no, no. I just want to enhance. I just want to enhance it, bro. Uh, I'm just doing something different. I thought about that as I'm like you, man. I'm a businessman like you. I always look at calendars. I look at schedule and try to think of what I'm going up against. Because I could get the space that Friday night. Just want to do something different. I've been doing my artist showcase, man, trying to pump up Dallas artists and anybody who want to
Right.
perform. I've even promoted Houston artists. Shout out to G Status Music, my girl Juanita, one of my former students who out there doing it big in Houston, man. And
Wow.
so I mean, I just want to do something different. And I've tried to do in the past, like kind of play, private parties or somebody rent me. But I said, hey man, let me just go on and try to do my own thing.
Mm.
I had been performing in Dallas, last couple of years in a lot of clubs. Let's be honest, man. Some of these establishments, us brothers, we can't get in, but you have to have a certain agent. And man, I started connecting with clubs, and now they calling me. I got
Right.
hotels and different folks in the city of Dallas calling me about doing events. So I'm just trying to do something different, man. Taking a risk and just trying to, just like anything, you got to plant that seed and watch it grow.
Right.
Like my ballad of bands or anything I've done in the past, man, it didn't always start big. It's just like your ugly Christmas, Christmas ugly sweater Christmas party. I missed it this year. Shout out to
Oh,
Brothers
good.
Entertainment, but I'm gonna make up for it next year. I was at the
Oh, good.
first one and
Right.
enjoyed it, and I got some of my
Perform.
people, watching your page just because of our connection. So I
Right.
mean, it's all about just trying to connect and
And that's
build.
what the whole
Uh,
thing. Sports
right,
Talk with
exactly,
Friends is all about making a
exactly,
connection because at the end of the day, your
exactly,
network is your net
exactly.
worth.
There you
So
go. There you go. So I'm putting on a few artists, man. I got a friend, schoolmate, Miss Tangi. She's gonna do a couple of standard Valentine tunes, and then one of my former students, man. I don't know if you've been seeing him, Kevin Hawkins. They call him K Hawk Music, man. He just came back from California. He was on some big TV show last couple of days, and
is
then
that
he's
is
opening
that the
up.
little young fella that won't walk around with his t-shirt off?
Yeah,
Tell
yeah,
him, hey, tell him he make us old
yeah.
timers feel,
I
you know
know,
what I'm
man.
saying? He need to put,
Say, I know, man.
he need to put a shirt on.
That boy used to be my drum major, man. I can't even stop him, man. He's so hot right now, I mean, when he going to California on a regular basis and they calling him, and like he
Wow.
called me, and I know I opened up at the House of Blues for him. You know what I'm saying? So that just kind of tell you, like, boy, doing this
Yeah.
thing. And I'm just gracious that he gonna come and grace the stage for us tomorrow night. And I got a swing dance. My boy Dominique Martin, he's a swing dance teacher. So get our little dance on. And then the last couple
I
out,
can
got my
step in the
boy
name of love. I can step
and
in the
step
name
in the
of.
name of love, baby. Do your thing. Got a DJ Slim from K104. He's gonna be bringing Brittany and Mika as a host, man. And my
Damn.
artist show, my Halloween party, man. Brittany, that's all I can say,
Damn.
man.
You
Put your
popping.
seatbelt on, yeah. Put your seatbelt on, cause I need to know. And I think she ready for tomorrow night, So in the last couple hours gonna be on the DJ. We're gonna get you out at 12, so you have plenty of time to put in your overtime. You know what I'm saying? And
Hey.
so, we gotta have a bartender. We're gonna have some light food. It's gonna be really nice, man. If you can come on out, come kick it with Brothers Entertainment, A Debo Productions,
Yeah.
man. Just something different. It's very
Right.
inexpensive. I know I see a lot of restaurants and everybody jacking up the price, man. Just come
That is
have fun
true.
for a nice price, and you can still have plenty of time after the event
And you
to
know what's funny?
get your
I'm a
shine on,
hone
baby.
in. I'm a hone in on that. See, like the one thing coming from New Orleans, like we have fun for free. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Right,
told you, like
right.
and when I came out, I'm like, God damn, I can't get water from somebody for nothing less than $1. So you know what I'm saying? Out here, fun party is very expensive, brother. Like you know what I'm saying? So what
Oh yes,
made
sir.
you create this price point? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? What how much is it to get in? I think was it 25 for couples? That's very inexpensive.
Well, it's yeah, we doing 10 pre-sale tickets, and then it's 15 at the door for a single, and then basically if you bring somebody, we trying to give you a little $5 discount. We hope that, but a lot of people assuming that it's just for couples, and it's not. I'm single, so it's not for couples,
Right.
And the whole red dress was just something, just a catchy title, and it just caught on, and I started getting calls and texts like I got my red dress, so I hope, hey,
Wait, you got
I
your
got to
red
give.
dress?
No, not me, but
Oh,
she
okay. I'm
let me
about
know
to say
she
I
got
can't go.
hers.
I
No, no. Now you know how I get down. We
ain't
bruhs. You know
exactly,
how I
brother.
get
Right.
down.
Hey,
Now I just
hey.
want to see the red. I want to see the red dress. Now I don't want no him in no red dress. I want to see the red dress.
Right.
So yeah.
Let's
Now
just get that together.
exactly. We gotta make it
All
get
right.
that straight. So of
Right.
course we want the deltas to come out deep. If you're AKA baby, you can wear your red dress. You can wear your pink or your green. It don't matter. You're a Z kid, you can wear your blue. It's not a mandatory red dress event, but we
That's what
just
I was
like to see
wondering.
the red. Yeah, no, it's not. We just like that just for the event. That's just for the day. You know, the day is red. But I mean, if you want to come in whatever you want to, let's come out in style, ladies. You know, dressed to impress. You know, hopefully we got enough single guys there to balance out the women because I got a couple of friends, Jay Rellis, and a couple of friends. They bringing a couple. My sister bringing some coworkers. So man, hey,
Oh, that thing gonna be lit,
man,
huh? God damn, look, it's hitting that hard. We done knocked him offline. But hey, this your dude Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. Before we get up out of here, oh, he came back. I definitely got to give one more shout out to to our oh wait, hold on, to our business of the week. GetUpMotivatedApparel.com. Definitely get your shout out. I mean, get your shop on. Man, I don't know what's going on. Metro PCS and partnered up with T-Mobile, man. We gotta get you some new service.
actually, I'm with Sprint. I seen they got bought out by T-Mobile too, right?
Don't tell me.
So,
I cut Sprint out like the old folks say, from an amazing
um,
grace to a floating opportunity, baby.
oh
I do
man,
not
no
like
man.
Sprint.
No, man, I'm just too excited to be doing this interview. My fingers hitting buttons and stuff, man. And I'm trying to get on your level, man. I watch the interviews with all these different guys, man. I hope I can just meet the standard, bro.
Oh man, you surpassing it, man. Like I told you, they see the leadership, they see the skills, and above anything, they see them horns. As a Texas fan,
Hook
huh?
'em, baby. Hook 'em horn. Y'all got to
Look,
represent Texas, UT down here.
of
Yes,
course. So,
sir.
all right. So right now, this is the Valentine's weekend. Before we get up, I definitely got to give a plug on the All Star Weekend. Who you got?
I'm gonna tell you, since they changed up the format of how they picking the teams, I kind of been just being neutral. But whoever team Luka Doncic's on, the Dallas Mav, I
Fact.
like seeing all these teams being mad because they didn't pick him, and so
That's
we
true.
doing our thing, and I'm gonna roll with Luka, man. Watch out for the Mavericks, baby. I'm not saying we're gonna win it all, but just like the year we did win it all, nobody gave us a chance, and our system, hey, when we put up points, it's hard to beat us. So
Right.
look out for the Mavericks. Shout out to Rick Carlisle, man. He one of the greatest coaches. I know he'll never smile. It looked like he been eating lemons for breakfast, but I can
Fact.
relate to that. Going back to like you said, being drum major. I know everybody wasn't gonna like me, and
Right.
every day I had to be who I had to be. You know what I'm saying? So to get the results, and I
In
didn't know it was gonna
addition
be what it
to
was, but
people like me coming at you,
hey man, but it made me stronger. Hopefully, I help make you stronger. And like
and
I
that's what
said,
I
man,
want to hear. You did. That's what
I
I
would
want
never
to
thought that.
highlight.
Yeah, exactly, man. I would have never thought that I'd be like I said, the New Orleans plug and love. Man, I'm tighter with New Orleans dudes than I am with some of my
Same
Texas
here.
partners. That's just
Same here.
real. And we brothers for life, man. You keep up the good
Like
work,
that.
bro. I see you in Dallas doing your thing. Everybody needs to look out for Brothers Entertainment. Anytime
Right.
they having a big time event, let's go out and support, man. My people, let's support Brothers
Same
Entertainment.
with you.
We all we got, man. If we don't support
Facts.
each other, man, who gonna do it?
Hmm. Right. And that's the whole thing. Like that's what people fail to realize. It's like, what I'm saying? Yeah, you can look on TV and support. Guess what? You think you're supporting that person? You supporting the TV channel. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Don't
right.
overlook what's in front of you to support what you can never touch or be a part of. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
Let's definitely
exactly,
get a part
exactly.
of, your event. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, hopefully, we get some sales because I'm gonna be there. I ain't gonna be in no red dress. I ain't gonna be in no red bottom, but I have a excited. Me and my rubber duck is gonna be in that thing. So before we get up out of here,
Hey,
you got any shout
looking
outs?
forward to it. Man, hey, I want to shout out to my daughter for sure, man. Asia, man,
That's
she's playing
beautiful.
second base, man. JV1, she's playing second base for us. She's a freshman playing second base. I'm very proud of that. And man, shout out to my old man. My dad's my best friend. My old man, 82 years old. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? He's still kicking, man.
that's a
I'm the
blessing.
youngest. I'm the youngest of all his kids, and it was like we tight. Shout out to Dallas, man, being down here from San Antonio. Shout out to New Orleans, bro.
Uh,
Brothers Entertainment. You know, Graham fam. I shout out to the Omegas. I seen a lot of cues since I've been down about to hook up with my line brother Amp right now.
I remember
Hey
that.
man, hey man, you know Amp was a soldier, man.
There's
Amp
another
was a wild
person I
like
used to come for too.
yeah, like you say, boy from Chicago, New Orleans, Dallas, Chicago. Hey man, we put it together though, man. So man, keep doing the good work you're doing, brother. Hey, Uncle Leroy in the streets of Dallas, man, you got my support, bro. Anytime I can help you do whatever, I already owe you one show. So the next whatever you put together, baby, I'm there. You know,
We got
I'm
a
looking.
homeless feed the homeless coming up on February 29th.
Hey, I gotta play something for them, play something for the homeless people, man. I gotta
That's
do
what I'm
something
saying.
for them.
Hey, I'm
You
with
know
you.
what I
Let's get
mean?
it. I'm all about that
Let's
action.
do it.
You know,
Let's
all
do
about
it, bro.
definition. You gotta touch the people because the
Yes,
thing
sir.
that what people understand, the farther you get, the farther you ahead of life you get, the farther you get away from your true roots and you lose sense of
There you
reality.
go.
You know what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go.
So homeless people matter. You know what I'm saying? That keeps you grounded and it shows you where, hey, you know what can happen to whereas you don't appreciate what's in front of you, you'll be there.
It can
So
happen. It can
exactly.
happen.
It definitely adds a perspective to things. So, definitely
Yes,
want to give
sir.
a shout out to you, AD Bonner Music. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the support. And you know what I'm saying? And actually, I just appreciate the leadership because, like I say, what people fail to acknowledge are the people in front of them. You know what I'm saying? You may not understand, like, your back was to me, but my front was to you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And not just me to a lot of people, which they seen you fall behind, but at the end of the day, your back is to me. See what I'm saying? Appreciate
Yeah.
that. So just
I
like I said,
appreciate that,
I
fam.
appreciate you
I,
being on the show, taking the time out. You know what I'm saying? And I'll definitely be up in that thing and tomorrow. Once
yes,
again,
sir.
as you do with Uncle Leroy, don't say the Leroy without the Junior. Definitely y'all hit the link. You know what I'm saying? Buy these tickets, Desoto Civic Center, the pecan. No. I'm gonna say the pecan room.
The pecan room.
Yeah, the pecan room. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow,
Yes,
this dude,
sir. Yes,
Uncle
sir.
Leroy,
Yes,
I
sir.
had more of the sexy saxophonist AD Bonner tomorrow in DeSoto.
Saxy Slim. That's my little stage name. Saxy Slim, baby. All